Roll Tide, everybody. I'm Steve Sample with Bama Talk. If you're an Alabama fan or just a football fan in general, we think you'll enjoy the show. And one of the great things about our podcast format is that you can listen anytime you like because every episode's available 24/7. You can find us in the podcast section of iTunes or at bigbrainsmedia.com, or you can go to our Bama Talk Facebook page and hit the Listen to the Show button. Get your gridiron groove on with Bama Talk and Roll Tide.
This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Friday evening, the 13th of September. A beautiful weekend coming up. So that's one good thing. Tropics a bit active, a lot to talk about. So let's go in there and do it. We'll start with some of the Skycam shots around the network this afternoon. That's coming from Trussville. Lots of sunshine there through scattered high clouds. But down south, that's our Demopolis Skycam. A thunderstorm approaching from the north. Those storms have formed along a surface boundary working down through central Alabama. And down south, that's the Alabama Gulf Coast, a partly sunny afternoon. They could see a storm this evening or tonight, but the weekend ahead looks great. Sunny days, fair nights, and first few days of next week looking nice as well. Nice cool upper trough developing over the eastern U.S., and we're going to feel that nice cool air tomorrow morning. But today, still pretty warm, especially from I-20 south, Tuscaloosa, Montgomery at 90. But look up in the Tennessee Valley. It's only 81 for Fort Payne and Cullman. And those cities will probably not get out of the 70s tomorrow. You can see how it's so nice up north. I mean, it's downright chilly around the Great Lakes. They're only in the 50s at mid-afternoon. And that's the air working down this way. There's the radar at 2:30, a batch of showers and storms in advance of the surface boundary, roughly along US 80. And those are moving south. And those could reach the Gulf Coast tonight. But the northern half of the state, rain over for a while. This is the watch warning map. Frost and freeze warnings in effect for parts of Michigan and Wisconsin. And out west, still flash flood watches for parts of Colorado, New Mexico, Wyoming, Idaho, Nevada. No severe weather today and tonight. And this is the rain for the next 7 days. This goes through Friday of next week. Big numbers down around the southern tip of Texas. That's with Tropical Storm Ingrid that will make landfall late this weekend. That could produce some huge amounts of rain over northeast Mexico, maybe some life-threatening flooding there. In fact, there's the tropical scene. Humberto now downgraded in the East Atlantic to a tropical storm as it's moving across cooler water. That'll basically stay in the middle of nowhere and fizzle out. Gabrielle, a tropical depression east of Cape Cod, moving up toward the Canadian Maritimes. And the newest tropical storm on the board is Ingrid. That will be moving into the Mexican coast over the weekend. And as we discussed, heavy rain and flooding, the big issue there. We'll check the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid at 1 o'clock local time tomorrow afternoon at 500 millibars. Nice trough on the East Coast, upper high over Texas. And down below that, a great day to start the weekend. We'll start the day well down in the 50s. Cooler pockets could visit the upper 40s. High should be around 80. Maybe highs only in the 70s north of Birmingham. And, of course, out in Texas for that Alabama-Texas A&M game, they're under the upper high. They'll be baking out there with mid-90s. Sunday, we're dry. Highs in the middle 80s. Ingrid is approaching the Mexican coast, and there's Monday. Ingrid is on the Mexican coast, and you can see that thing is just not moving much. It's that could drop some remarkable amounts of rain, even up into Brownsville, McAllen, Harlingen, Texas. But around here, Monday looks dry with the highs holding in the 80s. There's Tuesday. Wednesday, maybe a little increase in moisture. A few showers would likely break out at that's right on Wednesday with low to mid-80s. Thursday looks relatively dry. And a week from today, a weak northwest flow aloft. And down below that, not much happening. A pretty quiet-looking pattern. We'll check the end of the forecast. This is September 29th. Nice trough moving off the upper Atlantic coast. Dry air in place here. And again, all would be quiet if that happens to be correct. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. Notes on the blog. My next video here, Monday morning at 7, Brian Peters, the man that looks like Colonel Sanders. We'll have the video updates both tomorrow and Sunday. And if you can't catch us this evening on ABC 3340 News, the live stream or the television side at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, and God bless.